let's see. Of course, I'm leapfrogging through.
Okay, you all had invade or trying to invade the fortress of Biting Lash, who was a gnoll slaver who provided provisions and so forth for Count Lowls. And with Balkoth or Eric's silver tongue, you managed to avoid that entire fortress of combat. And there was a peaceful resolution to it, and she, Biting Lash is a she. In return for everything, let's see, at the end of the last book, you all know that Lowls is headed into the Parchlands in search of Nezaron, something like that, this lost city. Biting Lash provided him with plenty of supplies and slaves to carry the supplies, and bodyguards and guides to, help him find his way to the Forgotten City. You know that Lowls has stolen Necronomicon from the Mysterium and currently has it with him. You're not sure what he's going to do with it, but a book of that nature out in the wild and in the hands of a wild man does greatly concern you. You also know that Lowls has been infested with the seed of Zamian Door, one of the great old ones that is growing in power in the Crater Lake near the Lost City. In talking with Biting Lash, she informed you that Lowls was erratic and sickly, and he kept staring off into space and mumbling as if he was having a conversation with someone who wasn't there.
Could be that old god.
Correct. And the new guy, he was trying to be introduced into the story as being hired to rescue a slave. And that really wasn't the case. Throughout this adventure, you all have heard these whispers in your mind, and he acted upon the whispers and ended up rescuing the slave.
Okay.
Kakaloth, who insisted upon finding you. So Ashmir brings Kakaloth, and they locate you after you leave the fortress of Biting Lash. And she explains that she is responsible for the psychic messages that you have been receiving. And in effect, I'm going to save the majority of this plot line for when Eric and Steph are back. But she's not possessed, but her mind has been swapped out with this alien creature from a different realm.
So that's Cacklath the Seated, and the other lady before that was Cacklath the Seer?
Yeah, Kakalath, the old lady, is her in slave form. She's not a shape changer. They have just swapped their minds. The slave is actually in the seated's body and vice versa.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was calling out for help and just psychically connected with your group, and that's the reason that you received these strange whispers in the preceding
Okay,
book.
so that's the old lady that was sending us psychic transmissions from the body of the seated.
Other way around. The seated is like in the dreamland. She's on a different plane of existence.
Okay, and she is right now inside the body of the slave Cacklath, and it's the seated through Cacklath that's sending us the psychic message.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's just her conscience. They have just totally swapped the minds. You know,
the slave herself, there's nothing special about her at all. She's just now a host.
Correct. And then somewhere on an alien world, the slave is freaking the fuck out.
Yep. I bet.
But she knows some about Count Lowls. She knows an awful lot about the evil that you're facing, and pretty much is saying, hey, take me with you.
And since Balkovsky is whipping out his Detect Evil wand, is this creature evil?
I would have said to sense motive.
Roll a sense motive.
Abilities. Skills. I know I'm gonna suck at that.
Something I have 0 training in. Rolls an 18.
I got 5. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay. You can tell that she's being honest, and Eric would put her through the litany of questions and so forth to verify her identity, and with the outstanding
90.
Yeah. But you believe her, and she did provide you with maybe hints or clues throughout the previous adventure. We didn't concentrate a whole lot on the whispers. They were pretty much just something that happened. But you do know that she might be a valuable source of information in the coming weeks.
Well, then I guess we'll take her with us.
Okay, and you had a peaceful resolution with Biting Lash, and she's pretty much convinced to help you. Not so much help, but at least assist you in your journey. And she puts together the needed supplies, and she arranges for guides and porters for your voyage.
How the hell has she managed to do that? Well, I guess she's just psychically manipulating people? She wouldn't have any money.
Biting Lash would, not the old lady.
Sorry, Biting Lash said it.
The slaver chick. The hyena-looking one. She's the big boss, and She's one of the top slavers in the city and so forth. But
I remember now.
Yeah, she's she called in a couple of favors and for you all, and got you 4 gnolls that will be guides that know a lot about the Parchlands and maybe something about the Lost City.
So the Parchlands, I'm going to go on a limb here, think that they are probably very, very desert. Hot.
It is a very hot desert, so this will probably be your last chance to shop, so if you all want to grab water skins and so forth, let's see. Biting Lash is going to provide you with a camel and a wagon to carry supplies in. So, there's food and water there enough for everyone, but if you want your own personal supply, if you need to buy anything, you're in a large enough town that you probably should do so.
Little magical items like I'm not familiar with the magical items, but any kind of like a magical tent, magical shelter, or decanter of endless water, stuff like that. I think got spells.
Let's see.
See, I've got create water. That's I say a cantrip.
I can't afford a decanter of endless water. That's like 9,000 gold pieces. I only have 5,000.
Well, I haven't spent my money from last time, so I got still like grand or something like that. I don't know if it's really worth it if I can actually create water for us.
What is that? Let's see. Oh. I hate when something references something else and they do not give you a damn link.
Well,
let's see, 2 gallons of water.
Water per level.
Per level, so that's what, 24 gallons for.
Well, I'm level 10, right? So 2, 10, 20 gallons. So.
You're level 12 and you should be 13.
Oh. Okay. Still, that's more than enough water for our whole group for an entire day.
Absolutely.
And it persists as well.
How long does Endure Elements last?
Give me a second.
Yeah, restructuring our spells might.
Endure Elements last for 24 hours.
Oh, cool. Do we have any idea how much time we'd be spending wandering through the desert?
I also like.
Honestly, you know you're going to be in the desert for at least a week. You're crossing this vast unknown desert looking for a forgotten city.
Okay.
Your cantrips, you can't switch out. No direction is all of a sudden very handy, but don't have it. Yeah, Endurance Elements, I can learn that too to help out. A good berry. Check that.
You do know that the Parchlands is a broad expanse of desert that stretches for hundreds of miles. It is an exceptionally dry region, even for a desert. There's no formal settlements built within the Parchlands, although there are several nomadic bands that are known to travel throughout the perimeter. Very few people ever venture into the region's interior because there's these territorial scorpion-like creatures and giants. But there's also powerful taboos that have existed for millennia. And
Alright, what are the odds of us getting through the parched lands in this one session?
Doubtful.
Okay, then I will go ahead and buy a week's worth of potions of Endure Elements for all 5 of us, even though there's only 2 of us here today.
Okay, I do have the spell, eh? Like I could have that. Level 1 is.
Oh,
Cold or hot weather. I got 6 level 1 spells I could actually use for.
what other level 1 spells do you have?
My level 1s right now are Cure Light Wounds, Diagnose Disease, Entangle Fairy Fire, Keen Senses, Magic Fang. Basically.
Yeah, and quite honestly, Steph has enough gold where he'd be able to buy his own. Eric doesn't have a lot of gold. And Edelon, you're right up there with Steph.
I got about 11 grand. Yeah, I haven't figured out what I'm gonna buy yet.
Grief.
I think that was just. I haven't actually. I guess I missed a couple levels, so I probably get even more money on top of that. But so it's up to you, however you want to do it. Looking at my spells to see what actually work.
You can only, how many level 1 spells can you cast in a day?
6.
Alright, well, it would probably be a good idea for you to not burn all of them on giving us Endure Elements every day, so I'm gonna at least buy myself a week's worth of potions of Endure Elements.
Okay. Well, how much do they cost?
Like 50 gold each, so 7 of them was 350 gold.
Oh, I thought they were more expensive than that. So it's always good to have backup, right?
Yep.
I'll buy a bunch. I'm fine with that. I can even turn myself into a tree if you want some shade.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Plus we.
And I'm gonna turn off the other book. And Whisper Out of Time is officially done.
I don't necessarily see anything that's super handy for us to. Is there like a map that we should maybe buy? Because I don't trust gnolls. And like a compass?
A compass probably wouldn't hurt, and
If somebody actually knows how to use. I got level 6? I do. If we're really desperate, I could do find the path. Compass is a hell of a lot easier. It's a level 6 spell.
Yeah, there's not any known map of the Parchlands. Or there's not one that you can readily buy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the gnolls claiming that they've actually been there are probably your best option.
There's not going to be landmarks or anything, is there? I'm just worried they're going to, like, you know, ditch us in the desert and take off.
Well, by now, let's see. Wait, I am sorry. In the party inventory, you do have a map of the area of the coast labeled as the Parchlands. It does show where Lowls planned to disembark the hired ship and the planned path through the desert, so you have a rough idea of where he was headed. So a compass would probably be a wise investment, and I'm sure Eric or Steph would be able to read it.
Compass of detection.
Yeah, Eric's got a +8 in geography. and a +20 for nature, so yeah, I think you'll be able to read it.
Works. What is... I know if we don't plan things out a little bit, we're going to be in trouble. I got a +1 to knowledge nature. I am one hell of a druid, I tell you. I'm maxed out every way possible. So I was looking at compass of detection. I don't know if you have it in the book or not. The price 2,000 gold pieces. This compass can detect evil, good, lawful, chaotic, and magic, and point in the right direction. 5 times a day you can use the compass to cast detect magic, or detect good and evil, lawful, chaotic. Gains uses at dawn.
What was the name of that again?
It was compass of detection. I'm just on the D&D wiki.
Yep, they don't have it for Pathfinder.
Oh.
Sorry, what don't we have for Pathfinder?
Compass of detection. Wait. No, thank you. Don't show it again. And now we do have wayfinders. We'll post a link in Fantasy Grounds. You gotta click the icon to go to it.
Is there any point in buying trail rations?
Biting Lash has provided you with food on the cart. Enough to get you there. You know, she's provided you a week's worth on the wagon.
Oh, okay.
And if we're desperate, I can create Good Berry. It's a level 1 spell. So we won't starve to death, but ration.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be buying a 70,000 gold piece Wayfinder of the Stars.
Holy crap. Nope. I don't know, Poppy. You figure that's good enough? Like, some kind of a shelter, Ashley. Providing us, like, with a tent for overnight.
Let's see. Yeah, there's no tent. In the party inventory.
Who else can really do spells?
You gotta create water, so you're good there. So yeah, if you want to just drag a tent over into your inventory, go ahead.
We could get a campsite kit. Although that doesn't exactly come with a tent, doesn't look like.
Hey, Eric does have a compass.
And what was, who's dragging what to what inventory?
If you want a tent, just drag one over to your inventory. Or I can put one in parts.
Items?
Yeah, you can go to items and in the search box just type tent. And it didn't appear.
It says armor and weapon. Nope.
Yep. This is in a different book. Oh, come on. Just give me an Alt tab, please.
Oh. Pathfinder equipment?
Yeah, but which adventuring gear? Tent. Yeah, large tent. Or you can have a pavilion.
Large tent would probably be good.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna buy myself a small tent.
Yeah, the pavilion will accommodate between 1 and 10 people. Although Poppy counts as a half.
Poppy's the 0.5 and D&D 3.5?
Yeah. Oh, that one took me a half second.
Still thing. Oh, camping survival. Tent hanging.
What the hell is that doing in...
We'll still need warm clothes for at night because it'll still get cold.
Yeah, blankets, cold, well, indoor elements is for 24 hours, so that covers you both ways.
Yeah, I guess.
Under PFRPG equipment and equipment technological cyber tech, there is implanted weaponry.
How the hell do we end up with cyber tech?
That's what I'm wondering. It's a single light melee weapon or one-handed firearm can be implanted into an arm or cybernetic arm.
That's probably something out of the Iron Gods AP.
Well, I will get. So, how many people are there going to be?
We
3, 4, maybe 5 people altogether.
Well, technically, there's 5 of us, not counting the Rock.
Yeah.
And then there was, what, 4 gnolls plus this old lady?
yeah, the gnolls will have their own equipment and supplies and so forth, so you don't have to worry about housing them or feeding them. They have food on the wagon just like you all.
Yeah, so there's 5 of us plus the Rock and the old lady then. So
Well,
7
Rock
total.
should be kind of fine in this weather, I think.
Yeah, worst case scenario, he can survive when snakes in the desert and whatnot.
Big. Let's see, if I summon animal, use my summon animal ability, the spell, have him food brought to him.
I don't know if it works that way.
Yeah, I don't know either. It seems pretty cruel.
Boy, that'll be a Facebook post.
Speaking of rules questions, I have one that's not necessarily related to Poppy, but does the Furious Finish feat work with greater or improved Vital Strike or only regular Vital Strike?
I don't have a clue. Ball would be the one to ask.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I'll simply get a large tent then. That'll be fine. And drag that over, and I'll just take the 30 gold off.
Yeah. Or you really don't even have to take 30 off.
I'm assuming we have the basic camping supplies like bedroll and all that stuff already. I guess it's not an have it. I don't know if it's party or not.
Yeah, you would have basic items. I think I have a new vision for Poppy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Cyber Fiber Muscles. Mark 3. Gives you a +6 to strength.
That sounds like a really painful installation.
And we can give you some dermal plating, which is +5 to your AC.
Sounds fun.
Cybernetic Poppy. Okay, anytime you guys are...
Actually, it's funny because there's about to be a Hextech Poppy skin on League.
Ah,
Which
cool.
is basically the same thing.
And so we don't have to worry about food. We just have trust their food. Or bring our own trail rations. poisonous?
Well, you know, the guides are going to get you to the city. Hopefully, and at that point, you're on your own. So,
Let's see.
you know, weeks worth of trail rations might not be a bad idea. Because you don't know what's going to happen when you get to the city, and the guides will not be with you.
Okay.
They may be big bad gnolls, but they are not going to enter a lost city in the middle of a desert. They talk about how they're smarter than you all. And as you're gathering your supplies and putting them into the wagon, you know, you meet the gnolls, and they're kind of what you would expect. You know, they're foul-mouthed, and they appear to have a morbid sense of humor, but pretty much they're doing whatever you're telling them, just like any other hired servant would.
Trust.
I just picked up a campfire bead.
Campfire bead?
Yep, I can just turn it into a full-size campfire for up to 8 hours.
Wow, how much was that?
It was only 750 gold.
Holy shit.
Oh, but it's not reusable, is it?
Yeah, but you have to wait twice as long as it was burning.
8 hours of fire, so basically it's a day use, almost.
Yeah, about.
That's not bad at all. Especially in the middle of a desert where firewood is scarce. Unless
So how many silver pieces are in a gold piece?
I think it's 10 silver and a gold.
10 silver is a gold?
Yeah, I believe so.
So
What is it? 10 copper. 10 copper is 1 silver. 10 silver is 1 gold, I think. If it's under a gold piece, just drag it to your inventory.
well, I was gonna do like 30 trail rations, I guess. That'll feed us for a couple days, for anyway, 6 days. It's 150 silver piece. And you're saying it's every 10 silver it's a gold?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Gold?
Yeah. I just bought my own trail rations, but I only bought 7 days worth.
Yeah, truly, you just have to worry about buying yours if you want.
Yeah, well, it'll be a month, but just in case I'll just cover. If it's too heavy or something like that, we don't need it, we can chuck it.
And you do have a wagon that gets you to the city. It's not like you can't do a storeroom once you get there. Okay. Are you guys ready to enter the desert?
If we must.
Should be able to. All else fails, I think, Keep thinking there's just two of us, but there's a bunch of us. Rock can't fly everybody back home.
That's true. It is hot enough in the desert that, you know, the rock is a little testy.
Yeah, I'll make sure he's well watered.
And that is one thing that you do notice about this desert is the fact that it is hot. And
oh, Steph just put in.
Yeah, he said there may or may not be a chance that he pops in tonight. So, but yeah, you know, biting lash, true to the word, has provided a camel and a wagon and 3 gnolls, and you know, all your equipment and provisions are lashed down on the wagon. And you all set off into the blistering hot desert, and I mean it is hot and hot and hot. And
no, I guess it's time to burn a potion of endure elements already.
Did we have a couple days to actually prepare for this, or a day or something?
Yeah, you sure do. And
matter of fact, Goodberry in this version is a little bit different than I'm used to, because the duration lasts 1 day per level. So this will last damn near 2 weeks making Goodberry.
Yes, you do have time to prepare, and roughly, judging from Lowls' map, you're going to cover about 230 miles in the desert, so you're going to be in the desert for at least a couple of weeks.
Oh, I should have bought a lot more endure element potions.
Well, you haven't left yet, so if you want to, it's probably a good idea.
I'll chip in. How much money you need?
I can afford to buy another several weeks worth.
Okay, well, I don't mind sharing the expense, or we can figure it out later or something. I want to, if I have a day to prepare, then I'll make a Goodberry. It will last for 13 days, and I'll spend 1 entire day casting the spell with all 6 of my level 1 spells. 6 times 2d4 fresh berries touch.
Do we have any idea how many weeks is a couple?
You're figuring you need to figure at least 10 to 14 days travel time to where the Lost City is.
Oh, so I only need another. I should only need another 7 potions then.
How can I roll more than 1d4?
You can right-click on the dice, and it'll give you numbers, or you can click and drag. And while you're dragging, just right-click and it will add more dice.
Oh, there we go. So I need 2d4. Six.
It's funny because I was dicking around with the Hero Lab editor and I made an item that confers indoor elements for hot weather.
I'll make 33. Very.
Good berry cereal now with extra sugar.
Awesome.
Oh, what am I thinking of? Futurama, where they did a spoof on cartoon shows, and one of them was, you know, the cartoon for the cereal.
A cartoon show did a spoof of cartoon shows? What a surprise.
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay, good berries is for us then.
Okay, and y'all can, if you need to finish shopping, I'm just gonna push forward here a little bit with the story. As I said, yes, it is hot, and you know, you're gonna be traveling for nearly 2 weeks, and all you see are these windswept mesas and the occasional gulch that was carved by a long extinct river. And you know, it's what you expect of the desert. It is barren, it is harsh, and it is extremely sandy. And you all set up, you travel until the sun starts to go down. You know, you can tell that the temperature is starting to drop. And you know, the gnolls say, hey, this is a good place as any to set up camp for the night. You all break out your camp gear and so forth, set up your tents. The gnolls, they set up, they have a tent of their own, and even though a member of your party is setting a watch, one of the gnolls is on duty for 1/3 of the night. So, you know, they're covering their bases as well, and they really trust you about as much as you trust them.
Perfect.
But, you know, like I said, they're following your orders and whatnot, and you all make it through the cold desert night without any surprise attacks or monsters creeping up on you. And throughout the first day, you've seen no sign of any tracks, be it animals or wagons or anything else. The second day, you know, around noon, you're starting to go up this ridge line. And at the top of the ridge line, you see your first sign of anything. And it is several, I'm sorry, there are several, I'm sorry, it's a pair of territorial markers. And these markers are rough-hewn, pointed obelisk. And the largest The largest one has inscriptions that's written in common. And it says that these sacred territories contain a slumbering evil. Turn back. The wardens suffer no trespass. And all the rest of them are written in a language that you do not understand, and let's see. Yes, it's even completely a foreign language to Eric as well. And
wow, that's a surprise.
Yeah. The language of scorpion people isn't well spoken outside the Parchlands. However, Eric's able to make out that on the other obelisk, the writing appears to show a date, and they're sequential. And by examining the obelisk, you can tell that the oldest entries are almost faded away, and the newer entries are freshly inscribed on the obelisk. And he's able to determine that whatever comes by here generally comes by here about every 5 days. And although it's strange, the last entry is from almost a month ago. And you also notice that on the other obelisk is a, let me pull up a picture. I love these prepaid modules. You see the scorpion-like individual impaled upon the smaller marker, and very crudely carved into the obelisk is the word weak, in common. And you know, the gnolls are kind of backing away from it a little bit, and you know that there are these scorpion-like individuals in the desert as well as giants. So, you know, it's not hard to imagine that a giant did battle with this creature and ended up impaling it on top of the monument. But this is clear sign that you are not alone in the desert.
Well, sounds like I should start taking some giant hunting feats in the future.
Anyway, you take the site in, and there's nothing of any interest outside the monuments and this dead scorpion creature. And let's see, probably the rock. Yeah, later in the day, Eidolon, you know, the rocks flying about in the head and just, tells you, you know, he's flying around scouting, looking for trouble, and he does a signal to get your attention. You know, he's found something.
Okay, how far away is he?
Honestly, it's probably 300 feet from where you're at. It's on a, he's flying over top a sand dune that's running parallel to you.
Okay, well, obviously he's being sighted by whatever's going to be over there. But we can sneak up to the top of dune and maybe take a look. Top of the ridge, anyway.
Okay.
Whatever saw him, if anything, isn't necessarily going to know that the rock is attached to a group of adventurers.
Yeah, so, we'll try and sneak. Trying.
Clank, 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 clank.
Okay, well, I'll stealth up there.
Well, it is the wide open desert, so.
Oh! And I am wide open. Hey, you guys!
So,
a giant boulder goes whizzing past your head.
Yeah, you're trying very cautiously to sneak up the dune and quietly, and you're failing miserably.
I would say so, yep.
But you get up there and what the rock was trying to show you was he had saw some tracks that you can tell that are fresh, but they do run perpendicular to the route that you were taking. So
followed, but there's some.
Well, you know, these go on ahead of you a little bit, so you know you might want to. So anybody got survival?
Sure. Probably not very good, but survival.
I mean,
there we go.
Can I roll it untrained?
What the? I'm eating sand.
Well, I mean, can you critically fail skill checks?
No.
Oh, thank.
Not unless you're handling explosives.
Well.
Sure. Survival, I would say yes, you can roll untrained.
I just got a very lucky guess.
I'm just getting all the ones out of my system. That's all I'm doing.
I'm burning all my 18s.
And next game, every roll will be a survival check.
Oh no.
Balkov has a -1 to survival.
Wow.
Oh my god, and a -2 to swimming.
How? No, probably strength.
He
Yeah.
spent all his time reading books, man.
Yeah, but he spent all his time reading books. He should know some shit about survival.
He can teach you. He can't do it himself.
Absolutely. One of the gnolls points out that they are large scorpion tracks, and from the dead creature that you saw a couple hours ago, you kind of agree with the gnoll's assessment. And you really can't tell how many, but there are several sets of tracks.
How big are the track?
Well, I assume these scorpion people are like medium creatures.
Actually, they are large.
Huh.
Okay, but still, their legs are pointy, so they're gonna be punching like holes, and you're gonna see that there's multiples. But if it's a giant, like you would see the lumbering footsteps of a giant, right?
Yes.
I'm wondering what kind of creature it might be, if I can actually recognize it. Humanoid or insectoid?
Well, you can tell that it matches the scorpion tracks that you saw earlier. There's no way that you could confuse them for a giant track.
Okay. Well, just the width of the spacing could be the width of their body, right? Wide.
The one that you saw impaled was a little bit smaller, but on average they're about 13 feet long and weigh about 800 pounds.
So the width of their feet apart from each other from left to right would probably be like 6 or 7 feet.
At least.
At least, yeah, actually.
Maybe even 10 to 13. Well.
No, that'd be about right, actually. Like, scorpion or spiders span, it's actually big.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, they are large as creatures, but like, is their human half the size of a medium humanoid, or are they still like twice my size?
I'm gonna say they're probably twice your size.
Okay.
Well, it just says the body of a spear-wielding woman rises from the front of this monstrously huge scorpion.
I thought it might be like a medium-sized person, but just the span of the body and the legs and all kinds of stuff make it take up like a large space. That's talking gargantuan, huge, and all kind of stuff. And that's a damn pretty big everything. It's a big creature.
Very big.
You should tame one, ride it.
Assuming the human half is intelligent, I don't think they'd be very appreciative.
Okay. So, you all, once again, tells you that you're not alone in the desert. And you all travel throughout the remainder of the daylight until the sun starts to set, and you set up camp for the second night. And
I'll have pure elements on the rock as well, not big.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Wow, nice watermark on that wagon.
Yeah, hey.
And on the tents.
And on what? Oh, yeah, on tents. And rocks up on the ledge, I figured that was a good place for him to hang out since he was a bird.
Is that a cave right there?
Yeah, that's a cave hole. Really, we're just gonna say, you know, it's just a little shelter. Just a little hidey hole at best.
Okay. Well, the rock can even hide out in there if he wants to.
And so, you know, it starts to get dark, and, you know, one of the gnolls finds a little spot. And he sets up his little guard post away from the fire. The other two adjourn to the tent. Is there anything special? And who wants to take first watch?
I guess I could.
The old lady creature wouldn't be taking a watch anyway.
Okay, so, and I figured the rock boss would be taking guard, and Elon and the old lady retired to the tent for a little private time.
I am not that desperate. I will summon animals before I did that.
Oh God.
Oh, you're not going to be happy until you summon one in this game, are you?
I've never done it actually, but too much of a pain in the ass.
Okay, Poppy, you want to make a perception roll?
Maybe?
Oh, and by the way, these are your guides.
No, they look friendly.
Okay, Poppy, a little bit into your watch, and let's see, 30. You notice that the gnoll that was on watch is he's no longer in your sight.
No, does the small girl with the big hammer want to go investigate? Maybe.
Wake us
Yeah,
back up. I think you did, but
Well, no, the cliched thing to do is, or the trope or whatever, is to go and poke around by myself.
of course.
Okay, as you go closer to where he was at, you can hear some rustling in the bushes behind you. It's not loud, it's not threatening.
It's the middle of the frickin' night and somebody disappeared. I'm pretty sure it's threatening.
Well, I mean,
No matter what it sounds like.
yeah, it doesn't. It's not very loud. It's not a very aggressive sound. It's not like a wild creature licking its lips or anything.
I guess I don't know if I want to get any closer to the bush, but I'll shout hello at it. Is anybody out there?
And you see the snow pop up. What the hell are you doing? Trying to take a dump here, man.
Of course.
Oh. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. I'm gonna go back over to the fire.
I'm glad you didn't bring any backup. Everybody shows up.
That would have been funny.
Of course, those other two gnolls are no longer on the combat tracker or the map.
Well, I just hit them since they're actually in the tent. And would you like to make another perception check there, Poppy? And you are aware before your perception check that the guy's finished his business and is coming back out, and you know, he's softly whistling to himself.
Hope he buried.
Well, that is definitely a death flag. So I got a 23, and that tent just moved.
And you know, the gnolls walking out, and he's not being quiet, but he's not. He's trying to be quiet, but he's loud enough. Did you get an eyeful there, little missus? You want to
I
come?
just like threaten him with my shield.
Oh, I like 'em feisty. And you know, he's not being threatening or anything, but he's you know, harassing you.
This dude's about to die. Either a scorpion person's gonna come out of the dark and kill him, or I'm gonna beat him upside the head with my hammer.
And okay, yeah, you know, he's harassing you and flirting with you, and you know, just being the typical got construction worker attitude against the hot little gnome, and oh god, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
I'm just gonna turn my back on him at this point.
He enjoys that.
I'm wearing full plate. What is there to enjoy?
There's
And
wiggle there, man.
Poppy, as you're turning around and so forth, you hear the rock do his screech of alarm. And
Yep.
that's what I want.
No. It's getting bigger. It's a hell of a fire.
Oh great, all of our rations are on fire. That's freaking wonderful.
The wagon is on fire, and needless to say, you would have separated the camel from the wagon when you set up camp. And you see a gnoll, and he is shooing the camel. You know, he slapped it on the ass, so it's taking off running, and you see the displays just instantly kick up on the rations and so forth, and you see the other gnoll come out of the tent. And what do you want?
No, The slaver gnolls are turning on us. What a surprise.
Yeah, and would everyone like to roll for initiative?
Yes, please. I remember.
And Poppy, I will let you have gotten out a word of warning before everyone rolled initiative. Yeah.
I gotta click my guy again to make him in the combat tracker?
You gotta click on your character if you want to roll initiative for that one.
I didn't do it for. I did it for the rock, but I forgot to do it.
Yeah, I've got initiative rolls. You actually rolled the same.
Yeah.
Okay, and Poppy. Wait, I need to roll initiative for the bad guys. And Poppy, you're still up.
Okay. I guess I'm going to run up this way.
Nice.
And crit Gnoll 16 with my shield.
Damn. And your shield hits him, and you know, he's, oh shit, I felt that.
It's a pretty serious head wound. I will be right back.
No problem. And number 3 is gonna try a longbow shot at Poppy. Oh, and he does hit.
God.
And, you know, he makes some off-colored comment about poking.
Probably.
And Edelwood, you heard Poppy's word of warning, and you can smell smoke in the air. And
Okay, I will come out of the tent. I got like a little feathered pin as for our cursor. I guess that really doesn't matter.
oh, here, let me. There you go.
Didn't know that I could rotate my character if I had my mouse over.
Yeah, when tokens aren't locked. And I'm gonna slide you into a real square there.
Okay, I am just gonna take a look at. Just for shits and grins, I am going to do call lightning. Vertical bolt of lightning that deals 3d6 points of electrical damage. 5 foot wide, 30 foot long vertical bolt of lightning. Down 1 round, duration 1 minute per level. Yeah, sure, what the hell. Since I rarely ever use spells in these guys. And it's hold down control and click on the guy.
Yeah, control click to target.
Why is that doing that? Doing all moves.
Oh, you have the rock targeted as well.
Yeah, I tried to untarget him.
Yeah, he's untargeted now. I'll let him untarget.
There we go. Now we're back where we want to be. Select him to there. More than enough range. And so I got him targeted. Gone. It's just cast, isn't it? For the little dice symbol by call lightning. Maybe.
I'm sorry. Yep, and he made his saving throw. So that's what, half?
And oh, so you just got to 3d6.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, I thought it would have actually rolled the damage to if it hit, but I guess not.
no, it automatically does the saving throw when set up, so then you drag the damage over and it will auto-apply half.
That auto-apply half or no?
Let's
Oh, it didn't.
see. Call lightning, reflexes half, and... yeah, I'll have that damage. It wasn't set up for half on save, so he would take 6 instead of 12. Okay. Would you like to make a move action?
There's really no cover in like that, so I'm just gonna hold my ground there. Me casting lightning, but it wasn't all that impressive. I think hitting somebody with a lightning bolt would actually be impressive. Kind of just tingled a little.
So no Warden 3 didn't do anything after I beat him upside the head with the shield?
Yeah, he shot you with the bow.
Ah.
You took 9 points of damage.
Wait, I thought you hit Warden 16. Because he's wounded too.
Oh. I don't know. I hit whichever one is right up next to the burning cart.
Yeah, you hit 16, 3 hit you, and we haven't got 16 yet.
And I hit number 3.
And you're not moving, right, Edelin?
Nope. I'm happy.
Okay, so the rock is up. Yeah,
the rock. Poppy's got number 16. And the rock will. I've selected. I hope. He is going to. Well, he's going to have to move. There he is. 120. How far can I fly? I'm only good for 80, aren't I? B20 running. It's 80 was.
Yeah, 80 sounds about right.
But. Well, I can nail that guy then. Poppy will take out that guy. Rock. light and 2 clock decks. Possibly.
Good hits.
And he's still alive, right? Last one. There we go.
Damn!
Oh. Now he's dying anyway. Gonna be the first solid meal the Rock's had in his belly.
Killed my guy, man. And number 12 is gonna hightail it. Uh, 16 ain't doing shit. She's staying in the tent where you told her. And Poppy.
I see Steph in the chat channel.
Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out.
So can I like double or triple move or something to try and catch up to one of these guys?
You know what? I'll let you, what, you got, what, 20 feet of movement? Yeah, I'll let you triple move. I'll let you triple move. You're mad.
You were sexually harassed.
Oh good, that gets me to the guy who sexually harassed me. Presumably that was a charge.
Yeah, I'll let you have it.
So that's like a what, +2?
Yes, sir.
Nice. +20.
Damn. And what do you say when you make that fantastic hit there, Poppy?
I don't know, I haven't been on the wrong end of sexual harassment long enough to know any good comebacks.
And with your movement, that'll do it for you. And, you know, he is, oh, why not? He drops his longbow, grabs the scimitar, and he's gonna try full round. And misses you both times.
Get him covered.
And Elon, if you want to do a double move and an attack, you can.
Please. Sure.
Unless you're firing from range.
Oh yeah. Actually, that yeah, I think I actually would have had to turn off my spell, because it's The race is 1 minute per level. So that I don't barbecue Poppy, unless he's skirting the lightning, I would have had to shut it off. That's okay. Then I will charge and scoot down.
Can you use wild shape as part of a charge?
I think that's
Because just like the imagery for that would be really fucking cool.
Yeah, it would.
I think it's pretty much a free action to wild shape. Thought.
Let's see.
Oh. And I wouldn't have to do a double movement to get there because Tagger moves pretty darn fast. Let's see.
Druid can use this ability an additional time per day at 6th level, blah 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 blah. Well, D20 isn't really specifying.
Yeah, so I go.
If you have quick wild shape, you can do it as a move action or as a swift action.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a note to get that. That sounds.
You are limited to forms available to a druid 2 levels lower when you use it as a move action or 4 levels lower as a swift action.
I'm not even sure. I see at this point, this guy needs a lot of work. Like I can turn into elementals now, but nothing set up. That's fine. I will. So what is it right now? Is it basically a move action, do shape change, or what?
Yes.
Well, I can move 40 as a tagger, so I can shape change back where I was, and that's still within range of where I was. That was.
So you want to shape change?
Yeah, I'll just shape change and I'll get right up to him because I'll have the movement speed as a tagger. That's 40 feet. And so it's only a movement and... Can I attack just once then?
Yeah. One attack.
Bite him. Right. I missed. I slipped in the sand.
No, that's unfortunate.
Okay, and the rock is up.
Yep, be able to do that. He will. Shot. Can't believe I missed. Rock is going to grab him. That'll work for you.
Yep. That's CMP.
Oh yeah, I can't remember how he was doing that.
Yeah, if you open up the Rock's character sheet, main tab, second column, the fourth one down, CMB, just drag and drop it onto its token.
Oh, just the CMB plus 16 to.
Yep, just drag and drop, and it'll apply it against his CMD to see if you grappled.
Six. Okay, at least we know how to do that though.
Absolutely. So
before we were just rolling the d20 and doing for like a grab attack kind of.
And Eidolon, both you and the Rock would get to make an attack of opportunity, because number 12 is running the fuck away.
And that's just one hit?
Yeah.
Try and grab him again. Oh, you probably can't grab as an attack of opportunity though, can you?
No.
Oh, there we go. Oh. That's a pretty good hit.
Damn good hit.
Now, the tag or bite? Probably.
Okay, and he is running to the south of you, and I'm just going to leave a token there. And Poppy.
And I was just thinking, I don't think I picked up my shield.
No, you did not.
Because that looks like a wall behind him, and that would have been a good shield slam opportunity to knock him prone.
Yep. You got a little bit of a rock outcropping behind you, and it would have been perfect.
So the real question now then is this scenario, is this the type of scenario that Balakov would say we should leave one of them alive to interrogate?
Yeah, he's sleeping in the tent.
I mean, I kind of feel like he would say we should interrogate one of them, but I also kind of want to kick this guy's ass.
Poppy, that is your call.
I think the gnoll that I'm on is going to run off map and that'll be it, right?
After 41 games, you would know how Eric would react. However, you know, you're still within Rock and Eidolon are in a position where they could capture the other one if you want to kill this one.
If that other one's trying to run away, I think what I will do is I will eat an attack of opportunity to move there so that I can sort of cut off this guy's escape, or at least force him to run in an opposite direction.
Are you going to that square or one further south? Cause
Oh, that's where.
and not that it'll hit you. Told you.
And then, of course, I fucking crit him.
Well, we can attack to incapacitate or knock out, can't we?
Well, you know.
Oh shit, he survived.
uh,
So I guess I'll just as threateningly as a gnome could say, I would advise against moving from that spot.
And you know what? He's not going to move, but he's going to swing at you twice and miss. Elon, you can catch up and attack the other one if you wish.
Okay. I'm assuming we're going to be yelling at each other. Well, Poppy will be yelling. I can't say much of anything.
Holy shit, I just crit this guy!
Okay. Well, we'll wipe out this guy then. But I can attack to, like, wound, right? Just to incapacitate or something?
Yeah, when he gets low enough. Or you can kill him, you know, Poppy's guy's still alive.
Okay, I'll go for the kill. If he doesn't... That's fine. Showing his damage state. Wounded.
Yeah, he's still got some hit points left.
Okay, well that's it for Eidolon then.
And the rock.
And now the rock was able to do a bite and 2 claw attacks as well, right?
The rock would have to move to catch up with him, so it would just be the one attack.
Oh, okay. He is incapacitated.
The rock picks him up in his beak and does a head shake to make sure he's good and died, and he just slams him back down on the ground.
And we're gonna go over. The rock is gonna carry the dead body over to the other guy, and I'm gonna go with him. And the rock is just gonna start eating him.
And the woman comes out of the tent and she runs over and she's throwing a blanket on the fire, trying to smother it out. Everybody else is asleep in the tent. And Poppy, he's got a little bit of life left in him.
Well, given the fact that I think I want to try and keep him alive, I am going to, I guess, just sit here and either keep dodging his attacks or wait for him to try and run, in which case I'll get the attack of opportunity anyway.
And you see him throw down his scimitar and he drops to his knees. Please spare me! I'll tell you anything you want to know, just don't kill me.
Well, alrighty then.
And if you want to accept that, we'll go out of combat and I'm going to unlock tokens.
I accept his surrender.
So the rock is eating the guy. He's going to be here.
Punching down on the dead guy.
Yep. And then Eidolon's running on over to the... He's going to shape change back. And he is going to just do... not going to help probably at all, but I can create water as a cantrip. And I can create it as like a downpour. And just start hosing the wagon down.
Okay, yeah, you're doing your create water and starting to douse. As you start your cantrip, you realize that it's probably too late for everything on the wagon.
Is the wagon still in half decent shape, or is that going to be toast too?
Yeah, it's pretty much toast. There's no sign of the camel. And Poppy, this guy is surrendering to you and saying, "Don't kill me, I'll tell you whatever you ask."
Oh, I guess the obvious first question is, why the fuck did they set all of our shit on fire?
We were just following Biting Lash's orders. She's scared that you all might come back and harm her, and she told us to bring you out here, and after a couple of days, torch your supplies and leave you for dead.
Well, now she's guaranteed it.
Yeah, now we're definitely gonna go back and kick her ass once we're done with this other idiot.
It's a bad strategy.
But don't kill me, I was just following orders.
Nazi said.
See, I'm trying to think if there's a non-meta reason that Poppy would know that's a bullshit excuse.
Well, gnolls are basically just evil anyway, aren't they?
That's true.
Yeah, and they are a chaotic evil creature.
Well, you sense motive on them.
The fuck is he following orders for then? Chaotic.
That is a valid point.
The gold was good.
Okay, so
And
we've got a guy who can shapeshift into a tiger. We've got some little old lady who's possessed by some space monster, and we've got a frickin' rock. On what planet did betraying us seem like a good idea?
You are out in the desert without the majority of your water and supplies.
Did I mention the guy who shapeshifts into a tiger can create water?
And food.
And food.
Well, we didn't know that, now did we?
Yeah. Well, since I'm arguably no longer the type to kill someone who's surrendered, I'm going to let you go, and if you can survive the desert by yourself long enough to get back to Biting Lash, tell her that as soon as we are done, we are going to go with our unconscious friend's idea of going back to that city, beating the shit out of every slave owner we see, and starting some kind of psycho slave uprising. And Biting Lash is going to be our first fucking target.
Sounds like a good time.
I think Poppy just added another 10 sessions to this campaign.
And we make sure this guy is leaving without any water or food or nothing.
Poppy's revenge on
make him run.
Okino.
Thank
you, ma'am.
our loss. Yeah, he can supplement our lost supplies with his own.
Thank you, ma'am. I will inform Biting Lash. And, the moment you tell him to go, he takes off running as fast as he possibly can away from you.
How many days are we out? 2?
2.
Hell, I could make it 2 days.
Yeah, there's
I'd be awfully crispy.
there's 75% chance he might make it back to town, unless he runs into something.
Actually, the amount of wounds he has, that's pretty unlikely.
It kind of sounds like there's a whole lot of somethings for him to run into.
Yep. He's leaving a nice scent trail and a blood trail. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And I crit him with a frickin' Earthbreaker. I'm pretty sure he's got broken bones.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked up, you know. He'll have a hard go at it.
This D&D, as long as you've got 1 hit point, you're good to go.
That's right.
You lose that 1 hit point, my god.
So, the wagon, you finally got to fire out, and yeah, everything is a total loss. See why I said these guys would end up blaming you?
Actually, I want to do one thing. I want to instruct. Well, I'll do this, but well, I guess I can shape change into a bird if I wanted. But see if I can find the camel. Because if he hops onto the camel and takes off, he's got a much better chance of surviving.
You know, the camel went north and he went south.
Okay, well, I'll at least try and go find the camel if I can snip it out. Rock to help me.
Okay, you wild shape and you and the rock are just really enjoying the cool nighttime breeze at altitude, and you know, the wind going through the feathers in your...
I should do this all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. It's a lot nicer up there than it is down on the ground, but you know, it's dark and you're not finding the camel.
Okay.
And guys, this is a really good stopping point, because from here on out it's nothing but plot.
Okay.
And when will you know your schedule, Elon?
I should know by Wednesday, so this coming week.
Okay.
That's my first day, and they'll get things figured out. All I know is that they're going to be shifting me from... I'm going to start on one schedule, shift over to somebody else's. So I don't know if that means I'm working for a week, then I'll have like 2 weeks off, or if I'm going to be working 3 weeks straight.
Right.
I'm entirely sure.
Okay. Just let us know. Sheer, you're not here next week. Steph is 50-50. So he's so ready for this move. They actually close on their house on the 18th. So he may or may not be here next weekend.
It's like such a hassle.
So I'll wait to hear from you, and I'll see. Well, hell, we won't know until Saturday, but sure, I'll be here next Saturday if you are.
Well, I could probably drop in on Discord, but I won't.
No, you're not here next week. Eric will be here. Okay. So we'll see if we have a game next week.
I like how the one game we decide to play without Eric is the one game where I'm the most productive. Like all the good rolls.
I can't believe my start. Crap.